We have to look for the right strategy at the right time with the right creators. If you want impact, look for the biggest one. If you want to bring more engagement, the medium ones and the nano ones can bring you more results. The famous quote from Spider-Man movie, with great powers came with greater responsibility. That is truly to creators marketing. We believe in freedom, but we believe in freedom with responsibility.
Do you see automated solutions becoming a standard part of influencer marketing workflows?
Yeah, for sure. We're talking about a dynamic market that needs to be less manually and more efficient and smart. Tech is a partner, not crutch. You have to know how to bring more efficiency and intelligence in your workflow.
That's a good point.
Social listening is part of our daily routine. Comments and in trends, in DMs and group chats. That's where we learn what really matters to understand how our market and our creators community works to deliver this intelligence to our clients.
This episode is brought to you by Phyllo, the universal solution for social media background checks and influencer vetting. If you work in background verification, brand reputation, image building, public relations, or influencer marketing, you know how crucial fast and reliable background screening is. With Phyllo Social Screening, you can run AI-powered social media background checks in just 15 minutes, spotting red flags, news mentions, and adverse media across platforms. Trusted by leaders like Global Background Screening, Gigan, Prembly, and Essential Screens, Phyllo Social Screening helps you save millions of dollars in crisis management. Check out the link in the description to book a demo today.
Hello everyone, this is Shubham Tiwari. I'm the Associate Director of Content Marketing and Socials at Phyllo, the universal solution for creator data, social media background checks, and influencer vetting. I welcome you all to another episode of Impulse Season 3, still Google's #1 rated podcast on influencer marketing. My today's guest is someone who has dedicated over 14 years to reshaping how brands and creators connect in this digital age. Diogo Ferreira is the Director of Influencer Marketing at Webedia Creators, where he is redefining what it means to build a true ecosystem for creators across micro, mid-tier, and celebrity segments. From steering social media strategies for major organizations like Reed Globo, Webedia, and NWB, to now helping Webedia develop one of the most robust influencer marketing engines in the world. Diogo is passionate champion for creators, culture, and brand storytelling. Diogo, it's a pleasure to have you on the show.
The pleasure is mine. Thank you for having me here.
There's a lot to unpack from that introduction, but let's start on a fun note. One trend in influencer marketing you think is completely overrated and deserves to die or take a break?
I don't think that there is one overrated strategy. I think that the mistake is choosing the wrong strategy for each case. People always look too much at the creator size, looking for reach huge audiences, but this is not always the right strategy for the right case for every time. Working with big creators here in Brazil, and I saw that working with them, the hugest ones, the biggest ones, is a solutions for campaigns that wants to reach big impact, looking for impact, but the combination with nano and mid creators brings more engagement and efficiency with communities. Bring more efficiency when we are looking for the strategies that looks for the middle of the marketing funnel, you know? So I don't think that it's a mistake to work with the biggest ones, and it's not, again, a mistake to work with the nano and the middle ones. I think that we have to look for the right strategy at the right time with the right creators. If you want impact, look for the biggest one. If you want to bring more engagement and to talk deeper inside the communities, the middle ones and the nano ones maybe can bring you more results.
Right. So to our audience, Diogo is, connecting with us from Brazil, Rio. So, Diogo, you've worked with incredible, brands or in your career. What's been the driving force behind staying connected to influencer marketing and the creator ecosystem?
Yeah, I've been lucky to work with huge and amazing companies here in Brazil, like TV Global, that is the biggest TV in Brazil and one of the biggest around the world. And Petrobras is the one of the biggest in oil enterprise. And WB, one of the biggest here in Brazil, influencer marketing enterprise in looking for sports and football or soccer for someone is the more passionate subject here in Brazil for the people in Brazil. So it was challenging to work with sports here in Brazil. But about what you are asking, here in Brazil, there is a debate about working with what you love. Not everyone is that lucky to work with with what you love, but I confess that I was okay, and work with what I like in the market, like the creators market like ours, that is so dynamic. It's a market that modernizes every day. Working in a market like this, working with I love is a privilege, as I said. I started working with strategies like internet, then the Orkut, that was the biggest and the first social media in Brazil, then Facebook. And today I see creators made by and with artificial intelligence. This show us how dynamic this market is, and this dynamic really motivate me to going on in this market. And I'm also a university teacher here in Brazil, and I feel that is a privilege to teach and keep learning.
Right. Wonderful. So, since you talked about AI, so let's talk more about it. Like with AI, predictive targeting and data driven storytelling is transforming marketing. So, how are you seeing these tools reshape the way Webedia works with creators? Essentially, what tools you're using?
I think that AI is changing everything. But the thing is, the secret is to use AI to teach, to boost the human side, not to replace the human side. You know, I like the concept that you have to use AI to be more human.
Very good. Yeah, way to put it.
I read this sentence last year, and this follow me all days when I'm using AI for everything. Leave the arm work to the AI to use more your brains and to be more human during your work. So I think that as the AI is changing, as I said, everything, but we have to keep at the point that they are not made to replace us, but they are here to help us and help us with data, help us with performance and predictions, and to look for creator matching with the creator and brands. Why not? But the creativity, the cultural reading, the emotional intelligence, deepening the strategy. I think that us as human, we are more capacitated than the AI, because the AI can do other things, not like this. So we are still human, and the process has to be with us, still with us, and should stay that way. That's my point.
That's absolutely correct. And we all see the cancel culture also. It's not exactly at the peak right now, but people are getting cancelled for something that they post on internet. So how do you build risk management, or how do you do this? Let's say creator vetting at Webedia when you decide to work with a creator. How do you check their past? How do you check what they have posted? How do you do that currently?
We know that creators need to stay true to themselves. And this is important to creators in Brazil. We as Brazilians, we are a different kind of people. We like to be fun. We like to be thrilling in everything that we do and we saw. So, and with the creators is not different than this. So we know the creators want to stay
Yeah.
true. The key alignment here is right from the start. If the creator don't believe in that brand, it won't work. This is a promise here in Webedia, but not only Webedia, the Brazilian creators market, and with the creators, this is have to be aligned. And this is a one way. If the creator doesn't like or doesn't feel the brand or doesn't fit with that brand or some brand, it will not work. And I think that this is not different around the world. This is not just in Brazil, because as you said, Brazil is Webedia is in 15 countries, and we chit chat a lot between countries every
Right.
week, every day, and this is a truth quote for everyone. So this is at the beginning. We have to look for this, to this match, to this fit between creators and brand.
Yeah.
So looking for that, we think that real partnerships needs trust and share values. When we cure, when we do the curadoria, and that we say in
Yeah.
Portuguese, the curator,
Curation. Yeah.
sure, the
Curation. Yeah.
curation. We look for creators that, like Tinder, the creators have to match with the brands. Since from the beginning, we're looking for this to avoid the risk inside the campaigns. So that what keeps the authenticity alive, and the risk is so far.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. You mentioned a very great point that both brands and creators have to align. They have to match with each other's values. But what about, let's say, we've all seen, campaigns implode over old creator posts. How should the industry balance creative freedom with proactive brand protection? And how do you approach influencer checks at Webedia?
We believe in freedom with responsibility. As the famous quote from the Spider-Man movie, with great
Power
powers
comes with
came
responsibility.
with great responsibility. So that is really true to the creators marketing. We believe in freedom, but we believe in freedom with responsibility. So this is something to follow here in Webedia and with our creators partners. And we think that to have freedom, the creators need a space to create, and that's
Yep.
the magic. This space to creators to create, it's a magic going on, coming true. We have to clear the check process before, during, and after the campaign. We have a systemic following process here in Webedia to leave this space to the creator, but following in all steps what is happening and helping them to have this responsibility. The way that we do here, it's been good to feel, and is avoiding some risks and bringing more responsibility to us, to them, and
Yeah.
understanding to the client's market, to the client's brands. So freedom works best when there is trust, but clear rules.
That's a great way to put it. We are also doing, the same at Phyllo because we are a tech company. So we have built a social media screening API that helps agencies such as yours and brands scan for risky, non-brand safe content in a creator's past. So as vetting has moved past, that past just hygiene factor, do you see these kinds of automated solutions becoming a standard part of influencer marketing workflows?
Yeah, for sure. Almost possible to do everything manually now. But as we were saying about the AI, we will spend a lot of time doing this. And if you use the right tools in the right way and the right objectives, this is how I see that it's strategic to use tools. These tools, like you,
Yep.
will become part of every agent's and brand workflow. And there is no way this to happen the creators marketing, because
Right.
we're talking about a dynamic market that needs to be less manually and more efficient and
Automated.
smart. So the
Exactly.
tools make us more smart than when you spend a lot of time doing
That's
everything manually. But tech is a partner, not crutch. You know, as I said with the AI, you have to know how to use to bring more efficiency and intelligence in your workflow. Use as a partner. So, and this is the biggest one. So
That's a
it
very good.
helps for sure. It helps.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like tech is not crutch; it's a partner. And one of the other challenges in creator programs is keeping a real pulse on the communities, conversations, and cultural shifts on social media. So, from your experience, how critical is social listening to building creator campaigns that stay relevant and resonant? What do you think?
I think that the key of everything when we work with the creators marketing, because every time we are talking about communities, you stay more deep inside the community, staying together. So the key is the real listening. Here in Webedia, we stay close to the creators and to their community, the communities, to understand this. In this way that we work here in Webedia, social listening is part of our daily routine in comments and in trends, in DMs and group chats. That's where we learn what really matters, because when we sell to our client brands here in Webedia that we are specialists in communities, we need to be truly inside this. So we develop here a deeper routine to understand how our market and our creators community works to deliver this intelligence to our
Yep.
to our clients.
Got it. Great. So, Diogo, if you had to crystal ball it, what's one under the radar trend in the creator economy right now that you think deserves more attention?
I think that niche creators with small but super engaged communities, one way to look, it's a reality now, okay? But I think that the marketing is discovering now the magic inside this strategy, because people still focus too much on reach. So when we are focused to the reach, we look at for the biggest creators. But I think that the niche creators and the smallest ones and the midi ones, the strategy for them will be more stronger, not too far in the future, but I think that like in the next 2 years for sure. I think that we are looking for the next big campaign might come from the micro creator with like 10K followers, a group of like 10 micro creators like that.
Right. Right. So you're putting your money on the niche creators, the micro creators who have, very dedicated following. They have the real impact.
As I said, I believe the mix about the biggest ones and the smallest ones. And as I said, I believe that you have to understand your subject by each campaign. But I think that now we are discovering the magic inside the smallest one.
Got it. Diego, and to wrap things up, what's something you have completely changed your mind about influencer marketing in the past 1 year?
Good question. This is a good and tricky one. But I think that many things have changed. I will talk more about the Brazilian marketing, okay? And the situation that I learned from last year to now here in Brazil. Many things have changed. Okay, I said it. I'm looking for one thing that got my attention. That is the size of the investment brand here in Brazil. The past 2 or 3 years, I saw huge investments and one point campaigns with creators. And what I saw from the last year is that the money is not smallest now, but I think that the money is splitted. I think that from the last year for now, the money is the same, but it's not more one shot. I think that the brand is become more smarter, and this is good for the market. And looking that if they split the money for more campaigns than bet everything in one shot campaign is better to their results. And this is right. Okay. And this is one thing that I saw that is moving and changing in the Brazilian markets for the creators campaign.
Right. Wonderful. One ritual that we do at the end of our interviews is we ask our guests for nominations for for our podcast. So if you have someone in mind who we should speak with, someone who's building an influencer marketing, maybe another agency person or an entrepreneur, would you like to nominate someone for our show?
For sure, I will do this with you. It's there is a curiosity here in Brazil, because I don't know if you know how professional skaters world works. When we saw like at the Olympics games, the skating vibration for each other and looking for each other, helping each other, not as a enemy, but as a competitors and a friend, and knowing that if they are together, they will be more stronger. Here in Brazil, is at the beginning of something like this between the agents, creators, brands in Brazil. And we help each other a lot with different clients and projects because Brazil is a country with more than 2,000 millions the people, and there is a lot of creators for everyone. So there is space for everyone, and we're here helping each other. So yes, we have a lot of agents partners here in Brazil, like P9. He just won the C-level of P9. It's so close to me and to us at the Webedia. I can contact them to you and bring some nice names to talk here with you, and then you picks that I can recommend to you and everyone that is listening us here, that it is not a agency in Brazil. It's like an enterprise that care about the creators marketing and influence the brands about the creators market. So I recommend to follow UPix. They are like a mother to us, the in Brazil about the creators market, because they do everything to us. They educate the market about the creators marketing. They educate the creators about how they can be more professional. So it's a good brand to follow the role for the UPix, and I recommend that.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Diogo. We understand, and our viewers also understand, that English is not your first language. Portuguese is your first language, and you're
Yeah.
speaking with us in a language that you are communicating your ideas in this language. And I'm pretty sure there's so much to learn from this interview for our viewers, particularly about what you said, the growing market in Brazil, particularly the growing influencer marketing space. That's very exciting. Also, the impact of niche creators as well as the big creators. So there is a lot to unpack from this. The region is new. I'm pretty sure the size of Brazilian market is going to grow bigger and bigger thanks to people like you who are building in this space. So, Diogo, thank you so much for coming to the show. And thanks to our audience for sticking with us. Please let us know what you thought of this episode. We'll put Diogo's LinkedIn profile in the description of the video. You can follow him. You can find out more about the Brazilian market, influencer marketing, and what Webedia does, and in how many countries they are. Thank you so much for sticking with us. See you in the next episode.
Impulse, the influencer marketing podcast, is brought to you by Phyllo. Phyllo is the easiest way to get access to authenticated creator data from hundreds of different platforms. To know more about Phyllo, visit getphyllo.com. That's get, PHYLLO.com. Also, make sure to search for Influencer Marketing Podcast in Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube Podcasts. And don't forget to click subscribe so you don't miss out on any future episodes. On behalf of the team here at Phyllo, thank you so much for listening.